Hey guys and girls, I'm Links.123 and welcome to yet another update video about my project in Ocarina of Time, trying to recreate the textures from Breath of the Wild. In today's video I will show you some different NPCs, and some of them are actually really major to the storyline in Ocarina of Time. So let's jump straight into it and see what I got for you guys and girls. As you can see, right now I'm standing in one of the Great Fairy Fountains. Really beautiful place. And for today's video I added the full texture pack into the game, so you will get the whole feeling you will get when you are playing it on your own emulator. So you will see my textures everywhere and also on the NPCs. Well, this woman was pretty hard to replicate because the great fairies in or the big fairies, whatever I can call them, they're pretty big in Breath of the Wild, kind of thick if you want to say that, but the great fairy in Ocarina of Time is really thin, and there's nothing to simulate the thing from Breath of the Wild. But I tried my best to make my own version of these two combined, so they will fit into the Ocarina of Time, but still look like pretty much like something from Breath of the Wild. So let's see what I got for you guys and girls today. I have to play Zelda's Lullaby first, or else you won't show up for some reason. Wow, that's a hottie, right? You can see, if you can get a clear look, she's pretty simple in her colorway, but actually she got green hair, skin colored all over, and then she got some small leaves around her body, especially up with the hair. She got a lot of different leaves or vines, if you want to call it that. So that's the same color that all the different great fairies will have, but I just think that green will fit pretty well into her, especially not in that position she stands in there. I think green will fit pretty well to the Great Fairy, because in this mossy stone room, it will look pretty great if the Great Fairy was green instead of blue or red, if you can follow me with that. So this is the Great Fairy. Looks stunning to me. Could definitely be better, and especially with that close-up we just got there, but all in all I think this Great Fairy is definitely really well made, and still keeps up the, what can I say, the respect to Ocarina of Time, but still has this touch of Breath of the Wild in it. So that was the very first NPC. Let's go to the very next one. The next NPC, or should I say the next NPCs, because there are more of them, is going to be Princess Zelda as child, Impa, and then the Royal Guard standing in the very back. Let's go to the Royal Guard first, so we just get the most boring part done first. You can see these Royal Guards is really simple. There is basically just some red, some dark red, some dark blue, and then some brown pants on him. We got a little texture up here at his shoulders, but nothing really big, because I wouldn't put so much effort into them, because you never see them. You will only see them here, and else you will see them in the courtyard, but their design is actually a little bit different, but still using the same textures from these. So I couldn't really do anything special with them, and that's the reason why I didn't put that much effort into them. And even if you try to look through the window, you can barely see them. And right now I'm running in the highest resolution in 4:3 resolution, I guess it is, at least with that screen position, so it's just a square, and you can barely see them, even though if it was 4K or so, you wouldn't even see it. Well, the next one is this gorgeous girl. This is Princess Zelda as child, and I don't really know, man. She's just beautiful, and the outcome of this is just fantastic. I really do like her, and I know some of you guys and girls out there really didn't like the big eyes, but if you look at screenshots from Breath of the Wild, Princess Zelda got huge eyes and a huge ass. Let me say it like that. I think I can say that without getting banned from YouTube. Well, this is Princess Zelda, as you probably can recognize, and she got this hairpiece or headpiece, whatever you want to call it, but I turned that into more hair looking, so it should look like hair on her instead of being a hat or a turban. I think it's called that. Something. It should be her hair, right? And it matches her fantastic eyebrows, which is pretty much on fleek here. And she got the green eyes. If you have seen it, if you can see it, it's actually the same texture that Link has. I recognized that while I was looking at screenshots of Link and looking at screenshots of Zelda from Breath of the Wild, they actually got pretty much the same eyes. And I don't really know, it's just pretty cool to do that. There's not a big thing with it, but it looks pretty cool, and I at least think it looks stunning to her. The only difference with her eyes and my eyes is I got blue eyes and she got green eyes. Well, her dress is actually not something special. She got the Triforce icon up there, and then she basically just got some blue and more yellow colored pieces on her. So there's nothing to be really happy for that. I really tried to make each NPC really simple, because if you take a look on Breath of the Wild NPCs, they are basically really simple made, and the only thing that does something spectacular with them, that makes them unique, is actually just the what can I call it? It's like the shading in Breath of the Wild. If you move the shading, you will actually see a huge difference in the different textures that you will see on screen. So it's actually pretty funny to remove that if you're playing on emulator, and if you're able to do that, because I guess it's actually pretty hard. I have only seen it in a video though, but it's pretty cool actually if you do that. So I really tried my best to make it look like something from Breath of the Wild, but with the color scheme right now, it's just really hard, because Ocarina of Time's shading is different from Breath of the Wild. No shit, because it's more cel shaded in Breath of the Wild. Well, it actually was my fault. I wouldn't do it right now, but as you can see, the next NPC is going to be Impa, let me say it like that. You can clearly see she still got this grey hair and this gorgeous lipstick on, which is just filling up her whole mouth. Yellow eyes, and then she got this little detail underneath the eyes. Looks pretty cool. It should be like makeup or something like that. On the dress we can barely see it, but you can see it's mostly just brown and a really smooth cognac brown thingy, red brownie thing on her as details basically. Looks pretty cool, and once again it's really simple. On her hands you can also see the Sheikah logo, which looks really stunning and just stand out a little bit from her whole design. Looks really cool to me. And you can see Link really close up, and once again you can see Impa. Looks really gorgeous to me. I think the outcome of Impa is also really great. Actually I thought I could do something else, but if you take a look at Impa from Breath of the Wild, she's old and she's grey haired still and so on, so there's actually nothing I could do if I should keep the whole idea from Breath of the Wild. So I really did that, and I think it just turned out really well. Really smooth and just a great design, I guess. I know Sheiks should basically have red eyes, but I just felt like giving her these yellow eyes. Also because in the screenshots from Breath of the Wild of Impa, she didn't have these red eyes, and the red eyes also makes her look way more scarier than she should be, I guess, because she's actually on our side. She's one of the good ones in the game franchise, therefore she shouldn't have red eyes, in my opinion. I know Zelda also has that when she acts like a Sheik, but yeah, well, it's just my opinion. Well, you can see we just learned a song, and we can see Impa in full we can't do that anymore. But I think you get my idea about Impa. She's basically just brown and has the same colors as she has in Breath of the Wild. So that's the whole point with it. Well, we are back at Hyrule Field. You can also see all my different textures is added right here. Looks really stunning, I guess. And even though these NPCs is really simple made and the textures around the whole nature, the whole world here is way more detailed, I guess it looks way better together because it just, for some reason, they just feels like Breath of the Wild, at least to me. And I think I really hit the spot there. Fantastic. It's the best thing to do, especially when I have been spending like more than 3 years creating this goddamn texture pack. But yeah, well, I think the outcome of Impa is just stunning and just looks really great. And that's the whole point of it. I hope you like Zelda too, because I actually put a lot of effort into her, like in the texture design, right? And I'm not done with the adult version of her, but it's going to be pretty much the same design. You will see it in the next update video, I guess, or something like that. At least you can see it on the Facebook page if you have been liking that. Link will be in the description if you don't know. Well, let's go to the next NPCs, and we have to be adult to see them. So give me 2 seconds and I will be back. As you can see right now, we're standing in Kakariko Village, a really cozy place, especially with these texture ons. I really think it's just gorgeous to look at. These faded colors just looks awesome right here, and I just think it gives a new feeling to Kakariko Village, even though nothing is changed except for the textures. Pretty much hit the spot right there too. Well, as you probably know right now at this point of the update video, the next people I'm going to show you is the people from Hyrule Market that moved to Kakariko Village because of Ganondorf. The first ones is the jungler guys, the juggler guys. Yeah, I think it's the jugglers. Well, they got blue hair, blue turquoise hair. Looks really great, and especially this guy, man. I can't get enough of him. He's just happy. He just runs around, or like he just moves around like the whole screen. Just really awesome, man. I think the face just catches up really great that they're really happy, they're really smiling, and they have this open mouth, and these, like the underside of the skin around their eyes is just going a little bit up. Looks really great. So they're really happy, and I understand that because they just got retouched, if I can call it that, with my textures. The next one is this goddamn guy that just, I never liked him really. I turned him into a more blonde guy, but he still got these green clothes on. There's not much to say about him. He just have a little smiley face on him, and that's just it. To me, he's just frustrating because he stands there, or he actually sits there and claps his knees, and I never understood why. Why are you doing that? For God's sake, stop it. I don't want to see it. Well, the next guy here is pretty odd actually, because let's just move around here. This guy is the lookout guy, I'm calling him. He is also a blonde guy because he got the same texture as hair as the little beggar down there. But I don't know if you can see it. He looks pretty normal at the top, but for some reason I can't find the actual texture that is for his underpart, his legs, and therefore it actually looks like he's naked. Well, he's not, but I can see what problems I can get with this guy, because it actually looked like he has his little peewee out, if I can call it that. For God's sake, just, oh my god, it really frustrates me because it was not the point to do this. It's a little fun Easter egg if I will keep it, but it just frustrates me because this was not the point I wanted to do with this guy. But well, keep this guy and just let him be, I guess. I don't want to see more of him, man. Well, we got a naked guy in my texture pack. I hope you understand the problem here, and I just hope you will be really nice to him and understand his being, because he can't do anything against it. He's naked and that's just it. The next guy is this old dude. Looks really great because he got these like sunken skin underneath his eyes. Looks really great. He still got this blue clothes because the game actually manages this color, so I can't change that, sadly, because I actually would do that. But well, he's old, he's blue, he looks pretty much like normal, but the only difference here is just he got these green parts on his cloak, and then he just got retextured on his face. So there's not much to say about him. Well, that was actually all for this village. Let's go to the next area and see what I got for you guys and girls. 2 seconds. The next NPCs that you're going to see is the NPCs that appears on the Long Ranch. Holy shit, this place is just fantastic. It's really cozy, and I just love the whole look of it. Especially this stable, but it's actually not made by me, just to say. It's made by GP, the cell shading guy that created the very first texture pack, I suppose, for Ocarina of Time. Really awesome. Well, first of all, we got Malon, a really beautiful brown-haired girl. At least she's brown-haired in my texture pack. Normally she's more redhead or whatever you want to call it. She has this orange hair. She looks really stunning, and especially with this very beautiful dress on, she just looks really great. I really love the look of her, really. There's not much to say about her. She's just a basic NPC, but she looks really cute, and she have always been my very favorite girl for Ocarina of Time, even more than Zelda, because this girl is just beautiful as hell, right? So she stands there with her little thing there in her hands, and she moves. It looks like something dirty. She moves dirt, let me say it like that. It can really be misunderstood, but Malon moves dirt, let me say it like that. I don't hope it's horse or cow poo or something like that. Let's just stick to it's just some gravel or dirt or something. The next one is this motherfucker. The next one is this guy, man. It's Ingo, the very least favorite guy in the whole story of Ocarina of Time. This guy basically takes over the whole ranch when you're turning adult in Ocarina of Time, and this guy is just, I don't know, man. He's just getting too big for his job, I guess, and wants to do something else on the ranch. But it's actually not his ranch. It's actually Malon's father, which is Talon. I guess he's called Talon. Hang me up on that. Well, Ingo here is green, blue, a little bit brown. Not much to say about his dressing, but he got blue hair once again. We got another NPC who has blue hair. He looks pretty cool and really basic. There's not much to say about him. He is what it is. It is what it is. And Ingo once again has the same eyes than all the other NPCs except for Zelda and Link. So there's not much to say about him. He looks pretty cool. Just remember not to race against him because he's quick as hell. So I don't want to try anything like that. Speaking about Talon, he's actually not at the ranch right now. At least I can't find them or find him, but I know where he actually is. But we have to turn into young Link once again. So give me 2 seconds and I will show you him in a second. Well, we found Talon sleeping in the front of the Hyrule castle. He looks really cute when he sleeps there. You can really get a really close look at him here. Looks pretty sweet. But let's say fuck it and just wake him up, because that's basically the whole point of the very intro to Ocarina of Time, before everything gets serious. You can see this guy is actually standing in sleep. Pretty cool. Oh, so please. Well, he looks pretty cool. Normally he looks pretty much like Mario, and once again I kept some of those colors. He got this really dark red, and then he got these blue sleeves on it. There's not much to say about it. He looks pretty cool, and also with these gigantic boots though. But all in all, he looks sweet, and that's just it, right? He got gray hair instead of what can I even say? I think it's actually black normally, but he only have hair on the side, and then he's bald on the top. But this guy actually has the most hair I could add to him, let me say it like that. So he looks really cool, gray hair, so he looks a little bit older, but well, it's just it. He looks cool and just awesome, right? Let's go to the next NPCs. It just looks awesome, man. Standing here at nighttime at the fishing pond in Ocarina of Time, enjoying the water, enjoying the beautiful textures. Wow. Well, looking over to the right, we got this guy, Ron Weasley looking dude. I really don't know what to do with this guy because I really didn't like him. But I've tried to put as much effort into him as I could. He looks awesome. He looks cool enough, especially with that beard on the top and on the bottom of his mouth. Looks cool enough, but well, there's not much to say about him. He got a lot of blue colors on his dress or his shirt, let me say it like that. He got a little green vest with some white details on it. And then he got purple eyes. I have never seen a real person with purple eyes, but it looks pretty stunning. And then he got this really beautiful shaded orange hair. Just looks awesome, man. There's not much to say about him, but it's a guy, and for sure I had to remake him. Yeah, it looks pretty cool here at this cozy place I said before, but this guy really just got something to look at. We got a picture of beautiful Princess Zelda as adult. I know I showed you the young version, but this is the adult version from Breath of the Wild. Just let me make sure you know that. The next thing that I want to show you is the laboratory guy standing in his laboratory over here. Trying to, I think it's discovering new fishes or something like that. Pretty cool, but also on the other hand, this guy looks really scary, especially when you're standing really close to him, because he looks scary as hell. I don't know why, but it's actually only in the retail version, because in my version, this guy just looks like an old mummy. Let me say it like that, but a cute mummy though. He got a blue cloak thing on him, and then with some brown details underneath it, brown sleeves too. Not much to say about that. Then he got these really funny small eyes, but looks on the other hand pretty sweet. Gray hair for sure, a little blue hat up there, and then a gigantic chin. I have actually never seen that, but a gigantic chin for him. Pretty awesome though. He got these giant containers with something. I actually don't even know what it is, but this is some Octoroks taken from, I think it's Breath of the Wild actually. Looks pretty cool. Over here he got another one, just a gigantic one of them. And over here we got some different small pictures of Link Between Worlds. Link's Awakening for sure. And up here we got some artwork from Google, right? And then we got a Sora egg and some splashy thing from Skyward Sword. So this guy got a really cozy place, and even with water that you can dig down to, or dive down into. Let me say, I think that's right, isn't it? Well, this looks awesome, and this laboratory guy is definitely being much cooler now than he is in the retail version. In the retail version he's just scary as hell, and don't stand near him because he just looks really scary. So I just gets creeps just by thinking about it. Well, that was basically everything I had for you in today's video. I'm really happy if you saw the full video, because I have really put so much of effort into most of these NPCs. Let me say it like that. I'm really happy for everyone who's following up with the update videos here, because After 3 years and even more time, I have just got so much of experience making texture packs. I'm really just curious about everything when this will be released. Will you guys enjoy it, and how will you appreciate it? But let me just say, this project is coming. Maybe I will have to delay it a little bit for the new year, but it will definitely come out, and everything is for sure backed up. So if everything just went to shit or goes to shit, there will be a backup and everything will still be saved. So just make sure to like the Facebook page, like this video, make sure to watch the other update videos, and just following up with the project to stay tuned with the newest information about the project, because a download link will be provided on the Facebook page and in a YouTube video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel too, so you will be updated as fast as possible. Thank you so much for watching, guys and girls. Make sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these NPCs. Is something I could do better, something I could change, something that you really like, or something like that. Just let me know if you have anything on your mind. Thank you for watching, guys and girls. See you next time. Bye.